Before starting the video, let me tell you something. The video I uploaded for you is from this channel. So definitely visit that channel and of course support me. Sometimes, simply maintaining progress is the win. Just staying steady in certain seasons can count as a victory. That's been my focus lately, winning the day. I'm not the first to say this, but it's resonated with me deeply. Take Bill Ackman, for example. He went through a brutally tough season, going through a divorce and losing $4 billion. He wasn't the powerful figure we know today. Back then, it was a total grind. And he admitted, there wasn't any single thing he could do to fix it. You don't finish a divorce in one day. You don't undo a massive financial loss overnight. It was complex and overwhelming. And his advice? Just make progress. That's it. On a daily level, progress may seem negligible. But in 30 days, you've moved something. In 90, you look back and realize, wow, yes, my mood is still often dictated by circumstance. Honestly, that hasn't changed. We all wish we could be in a great mood despite life, but it's hard. So, I started doing something else. I'd take one good moment, a great podcast, a productive session, and let that make my day. If I could make the day, maybe I could make the week. Let those small, positive things eat into the season, slowly shifting the emotional weight. I've had to recalibrate my emotional scale. How little does something need to be to count as a win? What's the smallest thing that could make my day, my week, my year? And imagine, what if a year from now, I could look back and genuinely say, that was a great year. That possibility alone drives me. Because right now, my biggest threat is running out of steam. Not failure, not hardship, just quitting. And I don't have to do this. I choose to. So why not make the ride enjoyable? Because here's the thing. None of it matters as much as we think. If you want everything, life often gives you nothing. We chase a dream, sacrifice everything for it, and once we achieve it, we want back everything we gave up. That's the paradox of the human condition. We want it all, but we're unwilling to make the trade-offs required. That's why I've learned to disregard the deathbed regrets narrative. Those reflections are biased. They assume the path not taken had no cost. You'll hear people say, I'd give it all up for family, but they didn't. They made a choice. What they're really saying is, I want both, which is normal, but unrealistic. Every gain costs something. We trade our 20s for our 30s, then trade our 30s for our 40s. Later, we try to trade all of it, just to feel young again. We sacrifice what we have most of for what we have least of. We give up the thing we want for the thing that's supposed to get it. We think, I'll be happy once I'm successful, and then sacrifice happiness to get that success. But the logic is broken. In our 20s, we're desperate to be older, wealthier, settled. In our 30s, we build that life. In our 40s, we want to go back, but forget how miserable we were. We craved validation, we're anxious about money, unsure of everything. We forget that uncertainty was the defining feature. So when we fantasize about the past, we're really just editing the movie. Golden years almost never feel golden while they're happening. We don't recognize the good old days until they're gone. That's why I've spent so much effort rewiring how I interpret pain, not seeing bad as inherently wrong. Fixing the narrative fixes the problem. Everything we remember tends to be better than it really was. And psychology backs this up. We learn through reward and punishment, but punishment fades fast. We say, I'll never drink again after a hangover. And a week later, we're drinking. Pain fades, but reward sticks. So when we remember a breakup, we don't recall the fights. We recall the happy times. And that can be hopeful. Your memory will tilt positive eventually, but it becomes dangerous when you let the past define the present, because the present is all we ever really live in. In business, I often ask, what would kill this business fastest? It's a concept called inversion, from Charlie Munger and Einstein. By figuring out how to destroy something, you uncover the things not to do. Then, just do the opposite. Many of my best ideas came from realizing what would be obviously stupid and avoiding it. My master life plan boils down to 5 things. Figure out what you want. Ignore other people's opinions. Work so hard, it's unreasonable to fail. Realize none of it matters anyway. Help others when you get there. That first one is 99% of the game. Once you know what you want, the rest is just execution. And yes, it's okay for what you want to change. Don't get trapped by sunk cost bias. 10 years in one thing, fine. If it no longer fits, pivot. Nothing has to be permanent. That mindset has let me evolve faster than most. I try something today, and if it still works tomorrow, I keep doing it. If not, I adjust. No guilt, no apology, just forward. One of my big themes lately has been moments. When I look back on the past year, I don't remember 95% of it. It's the standout moments, good or bad, that define the whole season. So maybe that bad year wasn't bad. Maybe it was 5 bad moments that I obsessed over and let define the rest. What if we could reverse it? Take 5 good moments and let them define the year. And when you think about it, if most of life becomes irrelevant eventually, then the most valuable skill might just be being in a good mood without a reason. People don't question a bad mood. So why do we need a reason to be in a good one? Yes, gratitude helps. But must we find things to feel good? Why not just choose to feel good? I'm trying to break that dependency. Because often, I've had nothing to be upset about and still felt terrible. So why not try the opposite? At the end of the day, we try to predict life because prediction gives us the illusion of control. But real life doesn't work that way. So instead, focus on behavior. What set of actions will likely move me closer to my goal? Whether that's spiritual, physical, relational. That's all that matters. Too often, we hold our happiness hostage, waiting to be rich, married, admired. But what if something small could be enough? People cheer for you at 2 points, when you start and when you finish. No one cheers in the middle. That's where you must win, alone. People only root for you if you don't threaten their status. When you first start out, they're supportive, because you're behind them. But once you pass them, the tone changes. True friends will still cheer you on, others will quietly resent you, and some will switch the game. Sure, you're successful, but I have a better marriage. You're rich, but I'm happier. The best way to know who your real friends are, see how they react when you win. Many people rooted, friend, for me to fail, quietly. I could tell. That's why I only take advice from people whose vision for my life is bigger than mine. When you're just a little ahead, the tension is strongest. It's lonely. You've left your old crew, but you haven't yet joined the new table. And the truth is, people will doubt you. They're often right, until they're not. They win by being right more often. But if you hit it big once, all those small failures stop mattering. That one right call can erase 1,000 wrong ones. It's like dating. They mock your picker until you meet the one. Then who cares about the 90 wrong ones? Every venture I started, fitness, gyms, side projects, kind of worked. Many didn't, but the upside is uncapped. The downside is small and frequent. There's even this guy who wrote Jingle Bells. Total failure his whole life. Failed at everything, except writing one little song. That song became a permanent cultural moment. So I ask myself, would I trade a life of small success for one timeless win? I don't know, but maybe my Jingle Bells moment is still coming. So don't avoid scratching the lottery ticket. The ticket is free. Why wouldn't you try? Excuses? Sure. But somewhere, someone did what you want, with worse conditions. So it's possible. The only thing left is work.